Alright, we just touched down in Italy. Just did a 10-hour train, 8 of which I had no internet connection and no books to read. So it's like being in the 1930s in a bunker during the war. One of the stops was in Geneva on the train. So the first 2-hour train, there's a layover in Geneva to head to Milan. So I had to get some coffee and some lunch, some supplies, but the world's most expensive coffee cost me 5.5 Swiss francs in a Pret. I got a little salad as well, literally yay big. A little salad, like 200 calories. A tiny bit of salmon and just leaves. 7.5 francs. First pizza in Italy. It's just insane. Day one in Florence. That pizza was obviously the nicest pizza of all time. That cost €5. Of course, some Sicilian random booky looking kitchen with one guy in a pizza oven with a pot belly. Of course, it's gonna be the nicest pizza ever. Tutto bene. Standing espresso bar. Good chance for me to practice my Italian here. I speak like very, very broken Italian, but I did study a little bit of it in university. The tough thing is that I kind of look a little bit Italian with my dark hair, so people just speak back fluently, and then I just get stuck. Quanto Bologna giorno?
15.
15. Sì. Carte bene?
Sì.
So we come from France, where they're defecating into a hole in the floor, to Italy, where they're really living in the future. If anyone disagrees that this is the way, submit reasoning. With that statement about bum guns, then feel free to come to my office hour, because you're clearly misunderstanding something. I don't understand how you can disagree with that. Because you use it and it's one wipe. Like, you use the bum gun and then one wipe and you're done. I mean, everything's good. But if you don't use it, you're just like scrambling around, using like a whole damn roll, and you kind of walk away, you just admit defeat at some point and walk off like, oh well, I guess I'll have to just wait. But with the bum gun, just next level, man. Next level. Some people I know are actually scared to try them, so instantly hate them. But come on, we all need to grow up at some point. Comment below. Alright, just for your guide as well. I don't know if I mentioned this in the videos and I'm too lazy to check, but 1 month into this trip, I spent £1,496, I believe. And that averaged out to a weekly cost of £49. So pretty much £50 a day. That was during Spain and a little bit of France and Portugal on average. So that's £10 more than I anticipated. However, pretty bang on. Now, in the last week in France, I was averaging between £80 and £90 a day because France is so unbelievably expensive. So just to keep that perspective, I don't think you can backpack through France on a budget. I think it's doable in Spain and Portugal if you want to admit that you can have a very basic spending experience there, but you just have to go in with that in mind, staying in basically the cheapest places. But you can't do it in France. It's not doable anymore. It's not a place to backpack because of inflation. Jury's out on Italy right now, but it's already much cheaper than Italy. Sorry, yeah, Italy's cheaper than Italy, yeah. It's already much cheaper than France. Food, coffees, accommodation, probably comparable, but it's the supermarket costs that really destroy you in France. You either spend a small amount of time there, like I'm doing now, and try and accept that you're going to be over budget, or over anyone's backpacking budget, I guess, or avoid it altogether. One of the two. Oh my god, 100% we're getting some of this. Right, Florence is known for tagliatelle, I believe, so trying to scram some of that. All that veg costs €3, by the way. The gods have answered my prayers, and look what unfortunate soul has left their steak in the wrong thing. Look at this. It's the free shop. Oh my god. The amount of like I think we'll be good.
What's with,
Stroke the bull's nose.
what's with the boar?
It's the tradition.
Oh, no. Do you know what's going on with this thing? Oh, no. Wait, really? Yeah. Well, what's with the coin thing?
She's putting coins in her mouth.
Okay. Don't think getting the boogers out.
We're trying the Duke glitch where you put a coin in the mouth and two come out the arse. Alright. Gotta. Peace and goodwill to all men.
Yeah. I mean, I think once you get closer to the tourist spots.
So bad, like I'm filming, it's all these lines.
I feel like my camera's never.
Why don't you turn down the brightness?
Oh, whoa! Whoa! This is quarantine culture. No, I don't. No, you go. Alright, we're killing it. We're in. This guy's ripping.
To be fair, like, so I don't think there's.
So it's like if you look on the site, it like is one of those things back in the day that they had so that like you could serve wine out of your window.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's so strange.
Yeah.
Hello there. Currently walking to get on a motorbike with a local guy that I met on couch surfing, who offered to drive me to Piazzeria Michelangelo, which is one of the main tourist attractions. But gonna see how this goes. Never spoken to this guy before. Gonna get on the back of a motorbike for the first time, and I'm gonna film it. So hopefully this guy's normal. But you'll meet him. I'm sure he is. I'm sure I'll be fine. Kind of sure. On himself.
Buongiorno.
Alright, we're joined with the man, Emilio.
Hi.
He's showing me around, showing me everything to do in Florence. This guy, he's got the best tasting food as well. He knows all the Italian cuisine.
Yeah.
That's what I love about Italians though, they're so passionate. They're so passionate about their own country and they love it. Italians in general.
Of course.
What's the name of this place that we're at again?
Piazzale Michelangelo. Sì, Piazzale Michelangelo is
Oh,
called
Piazza
like-
del Michelangelo.
This is no Michelangelo.
Michelangelo.
Mercato is the market.
Did I say Mercado?
Michelangelo.
Michelangelo. We're heading back now.
Hello.
Emilio the man has just shown me everything I needed to see. That was an experience. We've been taken to the secret spots that only the locals know. They're showing me the best place to eat.
Yes,
meat?
Antico Vinaio.
Antigua.
This one looks like Diagonale.
Diagonale, yeah. This.
Okay, that's the legend. Can you see the tile?
Oh yeah. Like a face.
Yes, it's a face. There are different kinds of different version of this story,
Okay.
but every version say that has been done by Michelangelo with the hands behind the back. Okay, the first version, it say that he was arguing with Leonardo da Vinci. They were arguing about who's better, like I'm the best, no, I'm the best. Like they were arguing, and to prove that he was the best, while they were arguing, he was with the hand behind the back, sculpting this face.
No way. Really?
Yes, this is the first legend, but
Okay.
of course it's a legend. So
Yeah,
if it's
yeah,
true,
yeah.
nobody knows.
Right.
The other versions say that Michelangelo was here doing his own business, and he saw a man was going to bring by the soldiers.
Yeah.
He was condemned to death.
Yeah.
I don't know if I pronounced
That's
it.
right.
That's
Condemned,
right.
yeah.
He was condemned to death, so he say that that man was going to die, killed by the soldiers, and nobody was going to remember his face. So to avoid the soldier to see him sculpting his face, he sculpted the face to remember the face of this man.
Ah,
It's
okay.
difficult to say.
Which of the two do you think?
Which one?
If you had to choose one of the legends to be true, which one?
I don't know. Probably
know.
the second one.
Second one.
is the most.
They're both pretty good.
But probably for me, maybe someone did it, say Michelangelo did it, but it's
Yeah,
my
yeah.
personal version.
Incredible.
It's 3 times bigger probably.
So this is the fake statue, David. This is not the real one. I'm sure people come here and think this is the one.
Everyone
Surely?
say
Yeah, but apparently the real one is bigger than this. Hard to imagine because this is huge. Mate, this is the first. Look, this is a sparkling water fountain. Acqua gassata.
You can try it.
All right, I'm gonna have to try this. It's rolling anyway. So it's rolling.
Yeah.
All right. How do you?
No, there. Lower.
That's sparkling water. Alright, Emilio's left. We had such a good time with him. He took us around the place on the bike as you saw, and he's dropped us at All'Antico Vinaio, where I'm getting a classic, famous, look at these people by the way, sandwich, that focaccia with different type of food. Anyway, you'll see it. But we had such a good time with the man. Huge thanks to Emilio. If you're watching this, you are the most Italian man to exist. So thank you for your hospitality, and he just did all that for free, man. He just took us around to Piazza Michelangelo. Just like, what a guy. And we're about to celebrate this man's existence by eating some classic Fiorentina cuisine. Oh my god. Look at this thing. Alright, before I devour this, I've just got to note that the food in Italy, I know it's obviously cliched, but the food in Italy is literally insane. Like, just different leagues. Like, there's levels to this game. The food in France was great if you spent a lot of money. The food in Spain was mediocre. Apart from Barcelona, the food was very good there. But the food in Italy, like, it's just incomparable. It's just incomparable with anywhere I've been. Hello. Today's a very special day. It's the 8th of March, 2024, the day I turned 25. We celebrated by staying in bed all day with food poisoning. Let me just recount the past 24 hours for you. So yesterday was a very special day. It was the 8th of March 2024 and my 25th birthday. And the day I was meant to go to Slovenia, more importantly. But spent all night feeling like I wanted to throw up and almost shitting my pants and sweating myself to death. So unfortunately, I had to stay an extra night in Florence and got ripped off as well. Had to pay double just to stay in a bed that I didn't want to stay in because I was ill. But spent the entire birthday asleep and unwell and feeling like death. I think I had some food poisoning from some chicken I ate from a packet. Even thinking about it makes me want to throw up, so I feel like I want to throw up now. But extremely unwell. Definitely the worst birthday that I've ever had, by far. Didn't even open my cards or messages until 8 or 9 p.m. because it's the only time I could actually function as a human being. So, without further ado, the plan is to travel to Slovenia, or Ljubljana, the capital, today. But we're gonna have a quick stop off in Venice. But definitely the low of the trip. But feeling positive now, and now I'm not just gonna stand here feeling sorry for myself. It was obviously a objectively poor birthday in relation to my others, but still in a great country, in a nice comfortable bed. Things could be much worse. To reflect on Italy, everything costs. Like everything. It's like the Italians know they have such a beautiful, rich history, and they charge for it, okay? They charge for it. Even basic stuff like going to church, like 14 euros for a basic church. Every single thing that you think or would normally be free in another country costs. What's excellent about Florence though, you don't have to pay for most, because most of it is outside. It's like an outdoor museum to the highest degree. So, although food and accommodation is relatively cheap compared to France, everything else is marked up. It would have been really cool actually to do like a day in the life type vlog, like a special edition on my birthday, about every single thing I do in that day. But probably not so good because it would be a video of me shitting in the toilet. Welcome back to me finding things to complain about. Venice edition, where I can't find a bin for this trash. There's two places I wanted to go to in Slovenia, or two places that I should definitely see, and that's Lake Bled and Ljubljana, which is the capital of Slovenia. Now, someone I met in Paris is currently in Lake Bled, and they tell me it is thick with snow and freezing, and everything is closed because it's low season. Although this is just featuring now as part of the vlog because I can't dispose of it anyway. So we're going to avoid Bled, and we can't even get there anyway. There is no way for me to get there by bus or train over the next few days. So the universe is telling me to skip Bled. Like such a dad, walking around with 2 backpacks and some trash that I can't bin, but I refuse to throw it on the ground, so I'm having to walk around with a freezing cold hand. Alright, we'll stop the complaints now. Italy is probably one of the worst countries to get food poisoning in, because if you get food poisoning there or any kind of sickness, for me it kind of puts me off the food. So now every time I smell pizza, it makes me want to throw up. because that's what I ate that day, and cannoli. So, ladies and gentlemen, we found a Burger King. The tears from my eyes at this moment. It is a very romantic place. Definitely the most romantic I've been. Unideal situation here. We've got a connecting train to Ljubljana, and we have a 16-minute layover in some random Italian city, which I don't know how to pronounce. But the train, my first connecting train, is 15 minutes late. So that means we've got 1 minute to get on the train, assuming that it pulls in 15 minutes later, which it will, I'm guessing. So, kind of fucked. And this is the last train to Slovenia for the day. Let's go. So chocolate mad. That's the last train, so I might not make it to Ljubljana. So having to be smart here. I think if we can't get to that random Italian city, then we go all the way to Trieste, which is the direction of the train we're getting on, and then we get a bus, a flex bus from Trieste to Ljubljana, of which there are plenty. Turns out I just have brain damage. The train isn't even delayed. I was looking at the arrivals board. So useless. I'm putting it down to the fact that I'm still ill. Alright, all that bullshit aside, the train we actually have got on is also delayed, but only by 5 minutes. So I've got 10 minutes to get on the next train. And if we miss that, we'll have to do some other logistics. We're probably gonna have to stay on this train the duration of the trip and then book a last minute bus. But I can't contact the hostel that we're staying at to say that I'm going to be even later than normal. And there's a chance they might not let us in anyway at the time we had booked in. So I could be sleeping on the streets of Slovenia tonight. Alright, getting excited now, guys. This is where the journey... This is a chapter in the journey where things take a different turn. Because we're going into Slovenia now. Obviously a weirder country by anyone's definition. And the first of the weird countries on the trip. I mean, we've come from what? France, Portugal, Spain, Switzerland. Now, well, and Italy, my bad. Oh, I just touched down in Slovenia, walking to the hostel, and you can't write it. You come halfway across the world, you go to a country you couldn't even fucking name on a map, and look where the hostel is. An English pub next to the hostel. So obviously we have to check it out. I mean, the hostel is literally in the pub. God, I feel at home. Especially with this fridge. Home sweet home. And there's no one here. Don't really know what to do. I don't know if this means the Slovenians like the English or hate the English, because the pub's absolutely dead and there's not one person in here and there's not one person in this dorm. Private room, let's go. Because we hate speaking to people, we hate being social now. Got to that point on the trip.